live.
Woohoo!
How are you? I didn't even get to ask you because I rolled up like 2 minutes before we went live. How are you?
I'm good. Honestly, I have been raring to go. I finished the first book yesterday, so now I'm like really ready to go and keep reading.
Okay,
Yeah, how about you?
how did you feel about the first book?
Oh my gosh. I thought it was actually so at first I had read it a while ago and then I had to return to the library and so I had to kind of get back into it. But I really liked it. It's just such a fun kind of read where you're just like, sure, let's just accept all of these crazy things that are happening. I like whatever. Like, it's not one of those things where I'm questioning anything. I'm just like, of course this would happen. And I actually really liked the kind of weird language barrier things that were going on. What did you
I
think?
loved the solution to that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it totally made sense actually.
It
Like with all
did.
the technology. Mm-hmm.
When I first read these, because I read these for a challenge video, like I
Okay.
did a couple months ago. So I just got a Kindle for Christmas. So until then, I was behind on the KU train. So
Mm-hmm.
when I got it, I was like, I'm going to read KU romances, probably going to hate them, but and I let Crystal and Neva pick them. And this was one of them. And I was like, there's so much plot in this. Like I was so into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I wasn't expecting there to be so much plot in them. I was expecting, well, just alien smut, really.
Yeah. And
And
even
there's
the like language, like how you're like, oh, they came up with a good solution. It wasn't like a perfect solution, which I liked because that made sense. So like she just, I don't know, like I'm actually really impressed with this author. Not that I expected her to be a horrible author or anything like that. But yeah, I just didn't think there would actually be as much depth as there is.
I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
understand. So for anyone who is in the comments, I know people are just rolling up right now, but hello, everyone. We are going to be reading Ice Planet Barbarians for the next 8 hours. 4 hours here and 4 hours on Leandra's channel. However, if you don't want to read Ice Planet Barbarians, that is totally okay. You can read or be productive, read whatever you want, be productive, do whatever you need to do on this lovely Saturday afternoon/evening, because we're going to be here for 8 hours. So we're going to be rolling into the evening. But let us know what you are reading in the comments, what you're doing. If you've tried IPB, like let us know. While they're doing that, Leandra, this is the first time you've been on this channel. So can you introduce yourself and let the people know who you are and what you do and all that good stuff?
Yeah, of course. It is so exciting. I didn't even think about the fact that this is the first time that I'm on here.
Yep.
Thank you so much for having me and inviting me.
I'm so excited.
Yes, I'm so honored. I'm Leandra, the TBR0. I have my own booktube channel, and my main focus is to try to read as many books on my physical TBR as possible. That will not be happening today because I will be reading everything from Libby and listening to it on audiobook, but that's usually kind of what my content is. And yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to have you. If you are not subscribed to Leandra, check out the description box. Go hop over, hit subscribe, because the second half of this 8 hours is going to be over there. So you're going to want to be subscribed so that you can chill with us for the rest of the day. But that being said, let's see who's here. Let's hit the comments. Let's see what's going on. Hi, Tina. How are you? And Sarah and Neva. I was talking to Neva earlier and I was like, I got to get ready for sprints. And he was like, you have sprints? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, good. I have stuff to do. I'm like, great.
Perfect.
Awesome. We'll be here. Hi, Lexi. Not reading right now. Have about a page and a half that I want to take notes on yet for class. Well, that's awesome. Getting your classwork done. That's exciting. Started reading IPB in 2020. I really love them, but haven't gotten back into them. Fair.
Where did you start? Like, where'd you stop? Oh.
Read up to 8 or 9. Nice. Yeah. I've heard Erin. So Erin and I read the first book together on sprints on Crystal's channel. And Erin then binged the whole series, has read the whole thing after me. Like fell in love with it, just went. And has told me that 7 is her favorite. Book 7. Can I hit book 7 this weekend?
Maybe.
That's for sure. But I am vlogging for 48 hours to see how many I can get through.
48 hours.
1 p.m. today, 1 p.m. here for me. So between 1 p.m. today and 1 p.m. Monday, how many Ice Planet Barbarians can I read? Can I get to book 7?
I think so. Honestly, everyone, make sure you're sending Brittany comments to hydrate, to try to eat something. Like, just give her all the support she needs.
I will be doing other things during that 48 hours. It won't be all reading because I
Yeah.
do have plans to do other things, but
Mhm.
which I'm kind of, last weekend I tried to read for 22 hours, like with a timer.
Mhm.
I'm like glad this is more just like, okay, like if I read 1, that's great. If I read 10, that's also great. Like there's no stress about it.
Yeah.
Hi, team. How are you? And Brittany, Brandy, the writing retreat. I have the arc for this, and obviously I didn't get to it before it got released, but let's not talk about that. But how are you liking it? Let me know. I've had my eye on that. It looks really good. Currently reading Kafka on the Shore by Haruki
Murakami.
No, this author. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I haven't read that one, but I've read like 4 or 5 books by him.
I've
So, yeah.
read The Wind Up Bird Chronicle.
Oh, yeah. What did you think about it?
I actually really liked it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I really like his style. He's usually really surreal. So,
yeah, it was really interesting. Have to finish 2 books and some cleaning to do. What books do you need to finish, Neva? Because honestly, I've been so out of it this week that I have no idea what anyone's doing. You ever have those weeks where you're just like, I don't even know what I've done this week.
I just gotta focus on myself, day by day, see what happens.
I literally have no idea what's going on. Going to start hunting Adeline. I'm at 80%, so going to try and finish that one first. Nice. For audio, doing Court of Frost and Starlight. Nice.
Gosh. Yeah. Busy. Nice.
That's a good stack, though. Good stack. Decided like 15 minutes ago because of sprints, I'm going to get back into it. Yay!
Yes! So exciting.
I love when we peer pressure people into reading things.
Me too. That's so cool.
That's always the best. It's always good to peer pressure the people.
Definitely.
Not having this birthday party makes me feel like I need to be productive.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ari got grounded and couldn't go to a birthday party. It happens. Sometimes you need, the things.
Yep.
As a parent, you must discipline at times. It's no fun, but you must do it. Who are you yelling in your DMs?
Oh, she's yelling at you to like take care of yourself.
Oh,
I was like,
Yes, you will yell at me to take care of myself, and I need it sometimes. Sometimes I get carried away, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, no, didn't. Favorites were 3 and 7. Well, I think I'll at least get to 3.
Yeah, I plan on getting to 3 at least in like the 8 hours, I think. So, can't wait to talk to you about it.
I feel like also like now I really want to get to 7 because that's the second person who said 7 was like one of their favorites.
So I wonder what happens, like what the element is that makes it better than the others.
What is happening in 7 that I need to know about?
Yeah.
Buddy read the writing retreat? Sure. I don't know when we'll do that, but sure.
Yeah, just add it to the books.
We currently have a buddy read that we have scheduled in for June.
Oh my gosh.
We're all just like, that's about when we'll get to it.
Yeah. Actually, Brooklyn from Brooklyn Reads and Chrissy from Stitch Life for Books. We are planning on doing like a Shadow and Bone and 6 of Crows read along in June. But we also were like, when should we do it? And we just kept pushing it back, being like, June, do it for the summer. Can't do it right now. But yeah, we're really excited about it. So if anyone else wants to join.
Definitely jumping in on that because I read the first Shadow and Bone last year and haven't continued. So I need someone to keep me accountable.
Yeah, exactly. Same.
So that's fabulous. The heroes are brothers. So I think it really shows in the personality. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay. I'm really excited to read these. Enjoying it about 40% in. Nice. Okay. I've heard really good things about the writing retreat and it sounded really good. Obviously that's why I asked for the arc of it, but NetGalley is a slippery slope.
Listen, I am so behind where I'm just downloading things to my Kindle and just letting them sit there being like, okay, at least they won't disappear, but I'm not getting to them anytime soon.
Right? That's literally my Kindle's like, I'm like, I need to make progress on this, but I need to do like a NetGalley video. That'll make me do it. Maybe that's what I need to do.
Yes, yeah.
Reread 1 and maybe book 2 and then go where I was before. That's fair, just to kind of like get into the series.
Like understand the world again too, because it is like more complicated than, I thought it was going to be.
Me too. I was like, I was not expecting this. During that whole time of reading it with Aaron, I was like, did you think there would be this much sci-fi plot? Because I did not.
Yeah, me neither. It was great.
I'm like, which is very exciting. I was very excited about it, but was not thinking that was going to be the case. Need to finish How to Sell a Haunted House, so the vlog can go up Monday. Ooh, excited to watch that. That's the Ari Chooses Neva's Books vlog, so that's going to be fun. Also, 7.5 Deaths. Oh yeah, that's Bestie's book club book for this month. So yeah, need to read that. I luckily finished that during my 22 hours last weekend.
Very nice.
Yeah, you need to sit with that book. That book is complex with the different timelines. And because of how time travel works, the timelines start to pass each other. So like Aiden meets Aiden meets Aiden. It's not a book that I could like listen to and like do things.
Yeah.
I was
you have to focus.
What? What is that?
Yeah. I own the physical book, so I'm going to have to read it. Like maybe since you all are doing it for your Besties book club, that might get me to do it. Because March is, we've got time. So maybe I can do it. Still a week and a bit till the live show. So we have a little bit of time. Ooh, Neva's going to hop in on the Shadow and Bone too. Yay. I love that. I'm so glad you're doing that because I really do need to read that series. Hi, Julie. Working and just popping in to say hi on lunch. Well, thank you for popping in. Yeah, thank you. Wish I could read IPB with you guys. I've read the first book only, but would like to continue. Unfortunately, I have a few books due back to the library soon. Fair. Understandable. Definitely just read whatever you need to read. These are great for just productivity and just hanging out with friends and reading together. That's what I love. I feel like as my sweatshirt says, sprints is how I get reading done because I don't think I can read without sprints now. I know it becomes like a dependency thing where I start to search. I'm like, is somebody doing sprints right now? Like I'm always looking for other people to do it. Literally, because I work from home and we homeschool. So like we almost do our homeschool in like a sprinting fashion because like that gives him like a little bit of a break too. Like, so I like will wake up and look to see what sprints are on that day. Like it's the first thing I check when I get up. I'm like, who's sprinting today and when? Yeah. Notify me. I click all of them. Right. I'm like, I need to know how am I productive without it? Like, I don't even know. Have all my books sorted into collections so I can remember what arcs and what's not. That's smart on your Kindle. Yeah, I need to deal with my Kindle because my Kindle has gotten out of control and I can't find anything. Yeah, and I'm not like tech savvy with that yet. Like I haven't used it enough to know everything I can do with it. So I think that's an issue that I have. Yeah, I was like, even the other day, I was like, I could have sworn I put this book on here. And I'm like looking and looking, like, I'm like, I can't find anything on here. Anyway, it's fine. I'll figure it out. Just reading other things too. 6 Weeks Under by Sarah Fox and rereading After We Collided by Anna Todd. Nice. Yes. Hello, Kelly. Reading On a Quiet Street. Ooh. That's a thriller? I was going to say, that has a thriller vibe to that title. Pretty sure it's a thriller. Pretty sure. Mr. Reading with Neva is going to get annoyed with me that he bought me the entire Grishaverse if I don't read them soon. Fair. Perfect. Fair. Are you guys going to do one a month? Yeah. So what we're thinking of is doing it like giving a 2-week process for each book, actually. So we'll do like, so 2 a month. Because at first we were like, I think Brooklyn was saying maybe 1 week, but she's like, I can't even do that. Like that would be way too hard. Just because we've got other reading obligations and other things we want to do. Absolutely. So we're thinking 2 weeks and then, like doing kind of a read along sprints where we'll do certain sprints like in between, or it's spoilers, so everyone knows, hey, we're going to talk about spoilers, and then other times when we're not. We're still working out the kinks, but
I love all of that, though. That sounds amazing. I love that. And it's a long series, so every 2 weeks, that'll get it done relatively in a good time fashion.
Right. Yeah. And if we make the announcement soon enough, hopefully people can get the books or like put them on hold, like figure out their own arrangements. Cause that's the other thing right now is like, I personally don't have any of the books. So I'd have to like make sure I knew what I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to get, I don't think I only have the original trilogy. So I should now start maybe picking those up. So
yes.
Indigo Books is having a sale this weekend because their system was down for a month.
Really? So they're like, sorry, we're gonna
like 25% off for all members. So maybe this weekend I may need to go and get me the rest of the Grishaverse.
Maybe.
Idea. We'll see what happens. It might just be perfect that you told me this information. It was meant to be.
Yes.
Can help us with our Kindles. Yes, please.
Please, yes. Because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Please help us. Please help us. First thing I do when I wake up is look for sprints. Oh, good. I'm not the only one. It's literally the first thing I do. I go into my sub feed and then I sort by live and then I see who was sprinting that day and be like, okay, at 2:00, Kaylee's on. And like, I will make plans. Okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one. No, someone has a sprint scheduled and I'm really excited about them. So I check soon to make sure I didn't miss them. Yes. I love that that's what we both do, Tina. Yeah. I love that I'm not alone in this. Yes, it is a thriller. I thought so. Woke up right before these sprints, 15 minutes before. Perfect timing. Yay. Don't worry, because I rolled into StreamYard all of 1 minute and 30 seconds before these sprints started because I was planning something that everyone will see in about 2 weeks. But I was planning something and I got excited. And I was like planning, and then I looked at my clock and I was like, oh my God. I got to run. Leandra's probably like, where has she gone?
No, I was not like that. It made me feel better because again, I thought I was the one running late. So yeah, you just made me feel better.
No, it was totally me. Oh yeah, sounds good. Video work session and I'll help you. Sounds good. We'll do that, Neva. I love that. Sprint in my calendar. Clearly not these. I forgot. That's okay. We talk every day, so it's not a big deal to forget mine. We'll circle back to it at some point. Anyway, that is the end of the comments. So are we ready to read Ice Planet Barbarians, book 2?
So ready.
Okay, let's go. Hello.
Hello.
How did you do?
I am doing good. I started book 2 right when we started, and I'm about 20% in.
I
Yeah.
am 20% into book 2 as well. We are so twins.
I love it. That's great. I was so proud of myself because I'm like, I'm listening at 1.75 speed. That is so fast for me.
I'm listening at 1.8, so
Okay.
that's why it works basically the exact same.
Perfect. Yeah. What are you thinking so far?
Well, at first, because I think you might have had a slight advantage having read the first book more
Mm.
recently than I have. It's been like 2
A
months
little
since
while.
I read the first book. So I was like, I could have sworn they all took the parasite at the end of the last book. So I took me a second to realize that like some of this book is
Like
like
overlaps.
overlapping what happened in the yes. So that took me a second.
Yeah. I mean, even I was like, wait a second. Like I couldn't remember where it was starting off because yeah, I remembered in book 1, they had briefly mentioned that one of the women had disappeared with one of the aliens
Yes.
that was off. And I was
Yes.
like, wait, is this who? And I thought she was going to be the main character in this one.
Me
So
too.
then when they were
It
talking about her
is,
being around,
but yeah, in a different there was a bit of a time went back.
yeah. But
So
now
I
we're
was
good.
like a little confused for a second just because I think it's been a minute.
Yeah.
So then I was like, did I remember this wrong or
Mhm.
is there like a time overlap? And then I realized, yes, there is a bit of a
Right, yeah. Like the
overlap.
last few probably chapters of book 1 were restarted kind of from a different perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which was fine. It just took me a second to like figure that out.
yeah, for sure. I mean, literally I finished it yesterday and I also was like, "What is happening?"
Like,
So,
I could have sworn this is how it ended, but maybe I'm
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but it's good. I knew I was gonna like Liz just because I liked her in the first book.
Yeah.
So she's very
Mhm.
sarcastic and very like doesn't take any crap from anybody.
Right.
And
Mhm.
I
Stand
and
up
I
for
like
herself. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I knew I was gonna like her
Mhm.
as a
Yeah.
main character.
And I like her like dynamic with the love interest right now. Like I kind of like that they're both kind of fighting it and it's like this I don't know, I'm into it
It's definitely very much like a hate to love situation.
for sure.
They're like, no.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
But it's good. We had a few people join during that sprint. So let's say hello to everybody. Hi, Taylor, cooking lunch, but I'm so glad that you're here. Feel free to use these for reading whatever or doing whatever. Hi, ML, making breakfast and coffee and listening to Killing November while I do. Getting set to getting through some of my physical TBR that's very much in brand with Leandra. And this one has been on it for years. That's
Oh
always
my gosh.
exciting when you get a book
Yeah.
off that you've been like sitting on for a while.
Yeah, it feels good, especially if you actually like it. You're like, "Ah, finally," you know? Yeah.
Like, why
Mhm.
have I not read this book? Like, I don't understand.
Mhm.
Hello, Sarah. How are you? And now we're caught up to what people did in the sprints.
Nice.
Ate breakfast and listened to maybe 5 minutes, but I'll do more in the next sprint. That's still a lot. Like to cook something and eat it, like
Mhm.
that's a challenge for me. I'm awful with breakfast too. Like I'm like to like get up and like cook breakfast.
Mhm.
I'm just very lazy about
Yeah,
it.
it's the same thing. It's like once you do it, you're like, "Oh, I'm so proud of myself that I like made this nice big meal rather than just like grabbing a muffin quick." Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Made it to chapter 33. Have about an hour left. Oh, you got this. But gonna be eating pizza and watching you with my sister in the next sprint. That's fun.
Love it. Mhm.
Can't wait for you to finish, Neva. Ollie fell asleep in the second to last episode. Oh, of you. I haven't watched you at all.
I remember I literally watched the first episode of the first season and I was like, that's gonna be really interesting. And then I proceeded to just like kind of let myself be spoiled and look into it. So I feel like I'm a fan adjacent where I know things are happening, but I've literally never watched anything else, but I still keep up with the seasons. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Finished my notes for today and reading during the next sprint. Haven't decided on a book yet. Do you have options? For some reason, I love helping other people pick what they're reading. Yet if you were to put me, like, if I don't have a book that I need to read for a TBR or a video, I'm like, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Yeah.
can't pick for myself, but I can pick for other people.
Yeah. One time, I think it was the first time I was on Brooklyn's sprints, and I entered not having, a book yet. And so I was like, here are my options. And everyone helped me choose Ink by Elizabeth Hunter. 5-star read. Loved it. You all still need to read it because it's so good. But yeah, so I'm so grateful that everyone was like, yes, read Ink. And then, 5 stars.
I'm really hoping to get to that for Realmathon next month.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of my ones I really want to get to. 2% done. Awesome.
Nice. Yes. Yeah. We're both reading book 2 at the same time. It's so
Leandra caught up to me going into these so that we would start at the same spot, which is actually really fun because if we're basically listening to the same speed, we'll probably be pretty close to each other most of the day, which is going to be a good time.
Yeah, I think I'll try to bump mine up to 1.8 just so we're exactly the same. And
You're okay to stay at 1.75 if you want to, though, because if my kid interrupts me, you'll get ahead. So, but if you want to go up to 1.8, feel free. But
no, that's actually perfect because I'm literally going to be listening pretty much like the entire 45 because I've been cleaning. That's why I haven't had the camera on. I'm literally using this to be super productive in multiple ways. Yeah, I've been cleaning my apartment.
Yeah, I'll probably have distractions at some point through the day because, child, but
yeah.
It happens. 44 pages in and loving it. Yay.
Nice. That's like on the quiet street or something. Oh, so cool.
Did some this morning and read 12 pages of 6 Sweets Under and crocheted a granny square. Tina, I love the name of your books. Like you always.
I know. It's always the coziest mysteries. Yeah. I love that she's also crocheting. Like it's such a mood.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm at 100 pages in. Nice. About to start The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Oh, I can't wait to hear what you think of this. Have you read?
No, I haven't read it, but I know that Sarah's doing it for a book club. That's why she's reading it. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, it looks good. Have you read it?
No, I haven't, but I want to.
Yeah.
Until really the end of last year, did not read romance.
Me neither.
I would pick up the occasional book, like occasionally through the year, I would pick up romance. And then in December, I always read holiday romance because I just want, that's what I want in December. And then that's usually my fill for the year. But this year, I've just continued for the last 3 months. And I don't know why, but I'm enjoying my time with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I think it's I was surprised last year. Romance was my second most read genre, which completely baffled me because again, I don't read romance, and now I'm leaning into it in 2023. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yes, me too. It's my most read genre at the moment, which if you would have told me that last year, I would have laughed at you. Been no, it's not. It's absolutely not. But here we are. Gonna eat breakfast now. Nice.
Lovely.
Actually had breakfast today. I usually don't, but it took me until 10 a.m. to get up and actually make it. That's fair. It's nice to have a line on Saturday though.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I did. So
yeah, it's always nice to do. Leandra, same. I've only watched the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things, but I know much about the seasons 3 and 4.
Yes, you just end up getting into it and you end up seeing spoilers and then it just it ends up becoming this snowball effect. And you're just I'm a part of this, but I'm not. It's weird.
It's I don't really have time to watch it, but I want to be a part of it.
Yes, I want to know exactly what's happening.
Yeah. My options is whatever closest to me. Fair.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, let us know what you end up choosing.
Yes. When the new season came out, I was involved in the fandom, but I don't care about watching it. Yeah. And it's a commitment to watch shows. Sometimes I just don't have the time.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's different because I don't know, for me, I like watching shows when I know someone else is watching it that I can immediately speak with, but just me alone sitting and watching something. I also just want to be doing other things. That's why I like audiobooks because you can literally do other things. Whereas if it's a TV show, you have to watch it and pay attention. And it's really hard for me to do that these days.
Yeah. If I watch TV, I'm usually playing a game on my phone or something because I need something to it must be just that my brain cannot focus on just TV. I need something else that's kind of mindless to do at the same time. Or I my brain wanders and takes it. Gonna read Ink for Realmathon. Yay!
Yay.
I'm
I
very
really hope
excited.
you all like it. Like, if you don't, I'll feel so badly for pushing it on you all.
Isn't that always so scary with recommendations? I'm always like,
Oh my
I
God.
love this book. I hope you do too.
Yeah, yeah. Ugh. But I do
Demi-
think it's like very similar to Tessa Bailey is what I imagine. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. That happened to me yesterday. Demi picked up Strange the Dreamer, which is like one of my favorite books ever. And messaged me after 3 chapters and was like, you need to explain what's happening. And I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
That's not a good sign.
You
Yeah.
will get there, I promise. It is a little confusing at the beginning. Breakfast is going to be fruit because my mom bought a watermelon and pineapple. We bought them a month ago, needed to be cut yesterday. That sounds yummy though. Watermelon and pineapple.
Refreshing.
It's so good. Ollie is at work and sure did text me Brittany is sprinting. I love you both. Thank you. The best. The best. Guess her phone gets the notifications and want to make sure I knew. Well, as they should have told you that I was live. But thank you. I so appreciate the support. Same with Strange the Dreamer. Why I went Strange the Dreamer because we were talking about it. I was like Strange the Dreamer, but it's definitely Stranger Things.
I know. Well, actually, Strange the Dreamer, the last time I think it was on another sprint, you all were talking about it, and I read it as Stranger Things, and I was like, wait, no, it's a book. That's not something. Yeah, the word strange.
It's just where my brain went because I was thinking of it. And also, she was like, can you help me explain it? And I was like, it's been 2 years since I've read it. So yes, it is my favorite book, but like the very beginning, to explain all of the details, they're fuzzy.
Yeah. It's like, listen, I can give you like silhouettes of what's going on, not the full face.
A little bit. Because yes, it is one of my favorite books, but 2 years later, the bits are fuzzy. I could give you an overview.
Yeah, Spark Notes.
Yeah. But little individual things, no, my brain has lost those. Same with romance this year. Barely read any last year, and this year I'm reading so much in all the different romance genres. I love that we're all hitting our romance eras at the same time.
Me too. We've all caught the bug.
I love it. Because for Realmathon, I picked the romance. So like each team is like a different genre.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I was like, I picked the romance genre, and I was like, never in my days.
You're like, who am I?
It kind of was. I was like, who would have ever thought that I am picking the romance? But that's all I want to read right now. Like I have picked up a few other things. Like every once in a while, I'll pick up a fantasy or, something to break it up. But like, really, that's all I want.
Yeah, we're just making up for lost time, I think.
That could be it. That could be it. Because I'm like, this is so great. Like I'm having such a good time.
Yeah. It's just a nice, like, I think that genre is just a nice escape from like when there's all these other crazy things happening like elsewhere. Like the romance is just like this nice genre to re-enter. Like sometimes sci-fi, fantasy, they're really nice, but like they need a lot more brain power, depending what it is. And also sometimes they're depressing, like sci-fi, I feel like can be really depressing. I'm like, listen, I just need something that I know will be a happy ever after kind of thing. So
absolutely. And I feel that sometimes with middle grade too. It's like like when I just need something that I know for sure is going to end on like no one's going to die. Like
right, exactly. It's like things will be okay. These are children, main characters.
Yeah, nothing's going to make me sad. Like, that's fine. That's what I need. Same with cozies, right? Like they're just like easy sometimes. Sometimes you need that.
Here I am. Yeah.
There you go. It happens. I feel like everyone kind of goes through phases with their reading and what genres they're reading, but I would never have predicted myself to be in such a strong romance pick, but here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm enjoying it. Hi, Bree. How are you? But are we ready to read some more?
Very ready.
Okay, let me pull up the timer and let's go. Hello.
Hello.
I just feel like I can do 20% a sprint. That seems to be what I'm doing. So are you
Same. Yeah, I'm at 40 now. Woohoo.
That seems to be my current reading speed for this.
Yeah, and I think that kind of works. It's like enough has happened for us to kind of check in. And see how everyone else is doing. Yeah.
Absolutely. I really enjoyed the moment when she found out he could speak English.
Yes. She's like, are you kidding me?
She's like, excuse me, wait a moment.
Yeah, oh, I love that so much. And even like there are moments that happen in the first book too, where like, you know, she says something colloquially, like when she calls him a dick or something, and he's like, I don't know what you're saying.
We don't have words for this. So I'm not.
And she's like, forget it. Yeah, I really love those like moments.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And I like that it's like slowly kind of getting to like have at least an understanding. Like we'll see there's a lot more happening in the book to come, obviously, but it feels like we're moving at a good pace.
This one kind of gives me like Beauty and the Beast vibes.
Oh, totally. Yes. Yeah.
It's like, she's like, oh, there's more here than I thought there was. At first, he was like a cranky kidnapper. And I'm having a good time with it. Like, are these the most excellent books you'd ever read? No, obviously not. No. But like, they're fun.
Yeah, super fun, super entertaining. And I don't know, like I totally like am vibing with it as like a super adult like Beauty and the Beast.
Very adult. They're definitely adult.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fun.
Mm-hmm.
Really like to escape with fantasy, but it's funny. I love urban fantasy, so I imagine it would be. Imagine the world we live in could be different. Yeah, that's fun. I mean, I use reading for escapism a lot because, you know, sometimes you just need to like get away from your situations. Oh, feeling the mood for a cozy. I just read the second book in the Thursday Murder Club series, and I'm obsessed.
I own it, and I literally just got the audiobook through Libby.
The first or the second?
For the second one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We are like in sync. This is weird.
We are together.
Yeah.
Because in the first one, we kind of like hint at what Elizabeth's background is.
Right. Yeah.
But it never really is told. Well, in the second one, we dive right into that.
I was wondering, because I was like, she's totally knows what she's doing. She's like super on the know. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to finally read it.
It's really I gave the first one 5 stars, and I only gave the second one 4 stars because I think it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still like solidly very good.
Yeah. No, I'm imagining it'll be like kind of the same in tone. Like I gave the first one 4 stars just like for my own preference, but obviously I really enjoyed it and had, I bought the second one for a reason. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it just being like a solid mystery. And I like Richard Osman, the author, as a person. Like he's like a comedian and like a panel show person in the UK. So totally plan on like reading it soon now.
Yeah. And the characters are so funny.
Yeah, they're so sweet. They're like trying to do technology and they're so cute, but also like there's that layer underneath where they're like, you think that we're these cute old people, but we like can do some things.
But we actually know what we're doing. Yeah, exactly. No, making myself stick to my physical TBR. Fair.
Good for you.
Good choice. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
But thank you for stopping and saying hi. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
11 pages and had something to eat.
Lovely.
Very nice. Ate breakfast and watched YouTube. Started another Granny Square. That's so fun.
Yeah. I love the name Granny Square too. I might have to look up what that is.
It's like a type of crocheting because I asked once in sport because I do not crochet.
Yeah.
Although people are starting to make me want to do a genre blanket.
Me too.
A genre
blanket. Yes. Yeah, that would be so cool. I think it was on, I was watching a few sprints yesterday and one of them was like Nicole's from Dusty Booksneaker. And they were talking about that, like doing like a genre blanket, but they were saying like I might want to like do a few more TBRs then to make sure it ended up looking pretty, because it could be like this crazy mess. So yeah.
Well, also, I think it would be like, oh, I've done a lot of the same color. Like, I need to read something that's like different.
Oh, yeah, like alarm bells being like, like let's switch it up a little bit. Yeah.
Man, I've read a lot of this. Need to add a different color.
Yeah, we need some blue in here.
Yeah, exactly. Got to 58% in Love in the End Zone. That's what Lexi decided to pick up. Probably going to make mac and cheese in the next sprint. Yum.
Yum. Yeah, that sounds so comforting. Mac and cheese.
I was actually thinking that I might need to do a snack gathering in the next sprint. We may need a snack. I got a coffee in that one.
Oh, so I'm gonna have to make myself coffee because I just finished my tea, and now I'm like, that wasn't what I wanted. Like I wanted coffee, so I think I'm gonna have to make myself some coffee now.
Yeah, I was like, okay, caffeine needed. Now I think a snack is in order. Read 7%. Yay. 20 pages and then felt sick. Oh no.
Yeah, maybe take a nap or just relax in the.
Yes. Go lay down. I hope you feel better. Sorry you're not feeling well.
Sorry, Sarah.
Oh, the comments just went crazy. StreamYard's like going weird today. Doing what you did 8 hours of sprints or 8 hours total. This is just 8 hours total. So 4 hours on my channel, 4 hours on Leandra's channel. I am doing a read a book in 8 hours, which is 8 hours of actual sprinting in 2 weeks on April 1st.
So it's just like 8 hours straight where you're just, there's no break?
So it's 8 1-hour sprints. So we end up being live for about 10 hours once you add all the 15-minute chats in between. Yeah. But then we try to read a book in 8 hours.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, I'm definitely going to participate in that.
So we're doing Killers of a Certain Age, but obviously you can pick a different book, do whatever. But no, this today is just 8 hours in total.
Okay, maybe that's when I'll do the, what do you call it? The Richard Osman, the second book instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do that so that I can watch you read it.
Yes.
Yes, I think that's a great idea. Still watching you.
Love it.
15% into my book, started a load of laundry, and switched to grading midterms. Sad that spring break is ending, but that was a lot in one sprint, ML.
Yeah, like good job. I'm sorry that you kind of got from more fun to the least fun with every comma. So I'm sorry.
It did. It kind of went like, oh, fun to less fun.
Yeah.
Yes. Feel better soon, Sarah.
A square made out of stitch.
Now, am I correct, Tina, that this is the ones that have like the holes in them?
Yes, answer. We're
going to have to wait for Tina to answer me because you working around a square. See, now does that not sound like there might be a hole? I might be right.
Yeah. I think like in the middle, and then you're kind of like working your way.
Doesn't have a hole, then I thought I knew what this was and clearly didn't.
Yeah.
Something called granny stripe, which is just rows of the granny stitch.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I just like that it has the word granny in it.
Right. It's a fun way to describe a stitch, I think. Had coffee on the first sprint and now having a snack. See?
Smart. Yeah, we'll be following suit.
Granny squares, lost the ability to talk, can be any size. I'm making our 5 rounds.
Okay.
Interesting. Cool. About 7 by 7. That's neat. Finished dinner and read 12 pages. Amazing. See?
You know.
I knew. I was like, if they don't have holes, then I don't know what. Then
I don't know what I'm imagining.
Then I am wrong in what I think is happening here.
Yeah, I love the idea of like making like a big blanket or something, and just like being all cozy, being like, I made this. That just
I
sounds great.
know. I wish, like, I do know how to crochet because I crocheted years and years ago with my grandmother, but I haven't picked it up. It's probably been like 10 to 15 years since
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. But I feel like it would come back, you know.
Yeah, like getting used to
Fair.
the kind of the movements of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it would come back quickly, but like,
Yeah.
who knows? Who knows? For the corners, you put a granny stitch, then you chain two, which is like a space, and then you do another granny stitch. Okay, very good.
I do honestly want to learn how to do something, whether it's crocheting. Crocheting has the one
Yes,
needle, right? And then
yes,
knitting has the two.
yes.
And I don't know. I guess then there's also sewing with the needle. But
That is the one that I probably would have the hardest time with, which you'd think would be the easiest, but I think it's probably the hardest.
yeah, and even like the most time consuming for the quantity of what you're doing. Like I think that you would like in 1 hour you would get more done probably crocheting or knitting than like the sewing because I feel like I would just be, especially hand sewing specifically. I'm not talking machine. Yeah.
Mhm. Same. My son has his favorite stuffed animal that he's had since he was like a baby. So it is
Mm-hmm.
so old. And it's been through the wash so many times, but like he cannot sleep without it. Like it's his
Mm-hmm.
comfort animal. So we have two of them. Luckily, I was smart enough to purchase two way back
Really
in the day.
smart.
Way back in the day. But one, it's basically like one of those blankets with a head and the blanket. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
the head came off.
Oh no.
I was like, I don't know how to fix this.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Luckily, my mother-in-law was like, I can sew it back on. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my gosh. I was gonna say like just preparing for the meltdown afterwards, like the
I know.
discovery of the
Really?
yeah.
Oh no. So I was like, here, take the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Nana takes this one.
Yeah, do the like little swap, do a little parent trap action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, here's this one. Well, Nana sews the head back on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. But I'm dying for the day when like it's not fixable. And then I'm gonna be like, I don't know what we do. But anyway. I've tried to like hunt down the same ones, but
Mm-hmm.
like I can't find them
I
anywhere. I
know, because like
all over the
once,
internet.
yeah, exactly. Like once enough years go by, it's like the new toys are being made, new things you can't find. Yeah.
Yep. So I was like, I don't know how to sew. I don't have the abilities for this.
Mm-hmm.
Making a blanket. That's so fun.
So cool.
Uh, just did a giant granny square and I just kept going around. That sounds so like it would be so beautiful.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Gonna be real. I put my genre band on. I feel like you could just do it at the end of the year. Like as long as you have your Goodreads or whatever,
Yeah, just like then you know the list.
or whatever you use for tracking. Exactly. You know
Mhm.
your order that you read your books in. So
Yeah.
at any point can like catch up, which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or like eventually do a blanket where it's based off of the year, so like the lines are clumped together by genre. So like if you like knew by the end of 2023 that you read like 20 mysteries, well then you do a chunk of 20 and then so then it's like this weirdly thick rainbow thing going. That I mean, it would be a year in waiting to see how it is, but that could be cool to show your stats.
I love that idea. What a
Yeah.
good idea.
I can't do it, but someone else. Go for it.
Anyone wants to use that idea, feel free.
Yeah.
About a month ago, I bought knitting needles just to try it, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that anytime soon.
Yeah.
You can do it. It's always hard to learn a new skill, but it's always worth it once you do. Like you're always
Oh,
like,
for
yes,
sure.
I did this. Know how to knit, but I want to learn how to crochet. You and Tina need to get together.
Yeah. Team up.
Teach each other. Yesterday, I bought Tunisian. There you go. That's probably what it is. Crochet hooks is between crochet and knitting. Oh,
It's a hybrid.
there's a combo?
Yeah, this is the version of Vampire Diaries hybrid knitting.
Who
This
knew?
is a Klaus. That's the Klaus for all those Vampire Diary people out there.
I love it. Put coffee in an ice tray and made coffee ice.
I've seen that and I've wanted to try it. Like that sounds so cool.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's just
Because
like think about
iced
it, like
coffee
even as
does get
it's
watery.
stronger as you drink, I would imagine, because it's melting into oh,
Yes.
that actually that
And
honestly is such a hack.
that's so true that like iced coffee does get watery as
Mhm.
you drink it. Brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm
that's so
definitely
smart.
gonna try that. And it's crocheting, but all your stitches stay on your hooks like you do when you're knitting. Interesting. Oh, hold on,
It
let
is.
me pause that. But you use one instrument like crocheting. That's so interesting. I'm gonna have to look into this because I
Yeah.
kind of like the whole hybrid situation.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of like that. I wonder if you have to like know how to do both, or at least like one.
Yeah. Or if it's confusing because you're already aware of the both of the two and then you're like meshing them, like keeping them in their
Oh,
separate boxes and then having to put them together. It's like this weird thing. I don't know.
so it might be better if you don't know both.
Yeah.
Just
Like
like
then you
learn this
move
way.
from one to the other, like maybe start knitting, then go into
Mhm.
the Tunisian Klaus version, and then go into crochet. Like maybe that's the stepping stone
There you
for the
go.
other. Hmm.
Jeans or blankets or temperature blankets, single crochet in my option are very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard of temperature blankets too. I actually like have watched it like this, like, on I think it was like Instagram reel, like someone was marking the temperature every day and then doing a different stitch that way. So that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I just was like, yeah, that makes sense.
You're like,
Jeans.
okay. Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
like
Like this is a
summer
goal for
blankets.
me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
Blouse. Trying to make a blanket with a single crochet, and it was very difficult.
Mm.
But I'm not trying to hold anyone back. Yeah. I think it works for genre blankets because like if you do it, it's just like one line every book, which is
Right.
not too difficult
Mhm.
as someone who doesn't actually
Like, do
crochet
it. Yeah.
things.
It doesn't
So
sound difficult
in
on
my
paper.
mind, it's not difficult. I couldn't do it though.
Yeah.
It's Klaus. That's how we will refer to it as for the rest of
It's
time.
the Klaus. Yeah, the Klaus stitch.
Absolutely love your reference.
I was
Uh,
very proud of myself, so thanks.
yeah.
You could see my excitement.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Gonna make a 2023 blanket in 2024. See?
There you go.
Do it. Made a project with, I'm just gonna call this Klaus for the rest of this time, and I hope you all enjoy that. People who come in will be like, what?
What are they talking about?
What are they talking about? Made red project with Klaus crocheting and with a regular crochet hook, and it was pretty easy to follow. Nice.
Hmm.
Klaus has my heart forever.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he has all of our hearts, let's be honest.
That's true.
Him and Caroline deserved better. I wanted them to have more time.
I hate when that happens, when you're like,
Yes.
this is wrong. Like whoever wrote this wrote it wrong.
Yeah, someone who wrote that, they hate me. They knew that I would be upset. This was all a plan to make me mad.
Exactly. Are we ready to read?
Very ready.
Okay, let me pull up the timer and let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Hold on. I was like, oh. I am at, where are you at?
I'm at 60% again. So again, another 20%.
Me too.
We are like, well, this at 45 minutes, 20%. We are on like a very nicely tight schedule.
We are doing so good.
Yeah, and I'm still loving it. I think things have gotten really intense now in regards to like,
right?
yeah, like
I will say,
yeah.
I mentioned the Beauty and the Beast similarities earlier, but the Metlac thing was very much the wolves of Beauty and the Beast. Like it's this.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. I was like, Brittany hit onto something last time, and I could totally see it working. And oh my gosh, I really love them. Like I really like this coupling.
Well, and Beauty and the Beast is my favorite fairy tale. So I've never met a Beauty and the Beast retelling I haven't had a good time with. So this is very much because it's very similar. Like the more I'm reading it, the more I'm like, oh yeah, no, this is.
Yeah, for sure. And it makes you wonder, like, was like Ruby Dixon like inspired, or is it just one of those like kind of stories that has just been kind of repeated and just gravitate towards that type of thing? Because it totally is like a Beauty and the Beast. Like so many elements are the same.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ruby was slightly like trying, because there is like 17 of these. So like at some point, you may try to seek inspiration in a locale. So it wouldn't be surprising, but who knows? We're going to do a little bit of a shorter chat this time.
Okay.
So that we can do, because we want to be done here before in the next 50 minutes to jump to you. So we'll do like a little bit of a shorter chat. Well, we'll see. I say that now.
Either that or we could just do like a shorter sprint depending on how.
Or we'll do a shorter sprint. We'll figure it out. But this is the last sprint on this channel, the one that we're going into. And then we're going to hop over to Leandra's for the second half of this, which I will put the link in the comments because I never did figure out how to set it to direct
I know. We'll figure it out someday.
We'll figure it out at some point, but I'll just put it in the comments on the next sprint. But can you send me the StreamYard link in the next sprint too?
Yes, I think I sent it on Instagram if you double check. But maybe if it doesn't work, I'll send it again.
No, that's probably there and I just didn't notice, which is very possible. Oh, yep, totally.
It was like right after you sent yours and I was like, that's a good point. I should send mine.
I've gotten out of the habit of sending them because Kelsey and I share a StreamYard link. So I don't have to send them for her. So I'm like, oh, right, I need to send links.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Did some finger knitting in that sprint. Cool. Lovely. 15 pages. Finished grading midterms. Amazing.
Oh, lovely.
Got to 65% and ate mac and cheese. I love that we did so much this sprint. 5% and only 6% left in the book.
Oh my gosh. Like literally one more sprint, maybe 2, you'll be done.
Yeah, it might be 2 because we might have to do a solo.
Yeah.
But 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Still watching you. We're on season 4, episode 3.
Oh my gosh.
Very nice. Read 30 pages of 6 Sweets Under. I love this title name. I just love it. And finished a granny square and then assembled the squares a little bit. Very nice.
Yes.
Yay. See, this is why we're besties. Yeah, it's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite, which is why when Leandra tagged me in the Beauty and the Beast tag, I was like, I must do this. Like this, how did I not know this existed?
I must answer the call.
This is perfect. Making a sweater. I love that.
Yeah.
I wish I had the abilities.
I know, I'm jealous.
Hi, Steph. How are you? Finishing the last 100 pages of A Reaper at the Gates.
That's cool.
I'm going to read soon. Brittany, I love your sweater. I mean, how shocking that you love your own merch. But for anyone.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. It's Neva's merch.
No, this is Neva's merch.
Oh my gosh. Awesome. You are the model for Neva's merch. That is so cool.
I mean, it's so comfortable. It's Bonfire, which I love Bonfire clothes because they are so comfortable. So, and if anyone doesn't know, Neva is hosting a readathon in April and has specific merch for her readathon. So, you know, if you want to check that out.
It's Gilmore Girls inspired, isn't it? Isn't that
Yes.
so fun. Oh, I can't wait.
I'm so excited. So we'll be doing lots of fun stuff in April for Neva's readathon. Once I get to 100 pages left of 6 Feet Under, I'm going to switch to IPB. So 40 more pages. Yay. So you'll be reading IPB over when we switch over to Leandra's channel, which I love.
So cool.
Not going to be reading, just going to go right into book 9. I think that's fine because I feel like they're pretty much like individual stories, really. Like, I'm sure there's a little bit of an overarching plot. I will say this one does not have as much sci-fi plot. Like, it's definitely more of the relationship.
Yeah, for sure. Like, there is little kind of side quests or conflicts that are going on that are like making them kind of learn more about each other. But yeah, it's very isolated in this one.
Mm-hmm. I don't say that as a criticism.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm 100% for it. I'm on this train.
I'm having a great time with it, but it's different than the first one for sure, which I actually was wondering if these would get repetitive.
Right, me too. Because there are so many.
I mean, I'm sure it will at some point because, like I said, there's 17 of them or something like that. Right. Like, there's a lot. But I will say that this was like very different from the first one.
Yeah, very different. And right now, I actually like it better than the first one. Like, the first one I liked, but this one I am really vibing with.
I do too. I like it better than the first one. I think it's also the Beauty and the Beast thing is really
definitely
knocking it up. It's knocking it up for me. I'm not going to lie, especially where it was like I wasn't prepared for it to be a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So it's like a fun
just
surprise.
Like this, like, amazing surprise. Yeah, like no expectations and suddenly went from 0 to 100. I love it.
Exactly. I'm with you. I'm with you. Gonna do the tag tonight and I'm singing as promised. I was hoping, I think we talked about this, that Neva should sing. Yeah, because I was like, I'm not singing. That's not happening.
No. Thank you, Neva, for doing it for us.
Yeah, Neva might sing them because Neva sings.
Yeah.
It's meant to be sung though, to be honest. Like, it just like, even when I was saying them, I was like, I want to sing these, but I'm not.
I know. Yeah, it made me just want to like listen to the soundtrack.
Yes. I feel like I remember a lot, so I should be good. Yeah, I think so too. Last time I read a series was July 2021. To be honest, I've picked up books that I probably haven't read in that long without rereading the one before. Sometimes what I'll do is like just read like a little like internet synopsis of the previous books. I'm not a big rereader.
Yeah, me neither.
It's just not my thing. I do occasionally, but like very rarely do I reread because I just have so many books that I want to read that like I can't. So
little time. Yeah, it feels like we're going backwards almost. Even though you'd enjoy it again, it's just Yeah.
So usually if it's been a really long time and it is like especially a fantasy series where like you kind of do need to know what happened in the previous book to like know what's going on. There's always like a Cliff Notes, like here's the main points that you need to know.
Yeah.
Thing. That makes me so excited to continue. I love Beauty and the Beast. You will love this one if you love Beauty and the Beast because it really is.
Yeah, it is. It's so
really good. One more class of midterms to grade and then some other assignments, and then I can really read again. You've got this, ML. 65% of the writing retreat and really enjoying it. Yes. Good. That makes me even more excited to pick that up soon. Okay. So let me do timer math. Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
Let me do timer math. So we'll probably want like 5 minutes here, but I don't want a too long chatty bit because we're jumping over to yours and we'll chat at the beginning.
Right.
So if I do 35 minutes, that'll give us 5 minutes to jump over to you.
That sounds good.
Is that math correct?
I think that sounds good because then, like if we're technically almost at 320 plus 35 would be 45.
Oh.
No, it's not. 55.
55. Yeah.
55 gives us 5 minutes to switch over. Yeah, I think that's perfect.
So 35 minutes will be perfect then. Is that what I said? 35?
Yes. Yeah, I know. It's like so many numbers.
I was like, is that what I said? So during this sprint, I will put the link to Leandra's sprints in the chat so that you can follow us over at the end of this one. And we're going to continue this party over there. And I'm very excited. But let me pull up the timer and we'll get started on the last sprint here, but not the last sprint for today by far. We still have lots of sprints going on. But let's go. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? How did it go?
Good. We're not at the 20% every time now. I'm at 76%.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because we did have a smaller
Yeah.
sprint. I'm at 74, so
Okay, we're right around the
we're a
same.
little off. I had to go do some parenting in that sprint, so that makes sense. But
Mm-hmm.
still, I think we'll finish pretty early in your sprints, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, me too.
which is exciting. Yes, we are.
Yep.
We are almost done book 2. We are almost done book 2.
Super close.
Hi, Jean. Listening to Two Wrongs Make a Right and got a vaccine and I'm tired. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm always tired after getting vaccines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
5 pages until 100 pages left. So I'm going to call that good.
Yes.
Got to 69%.
Very nice.
I finished your book. Yay.
Congratulations.
I'm glad the 35 minutes part was enough for you to finish because I wasn't sure if it was going to be. So
I know, me too.
Yeah.
I was worried it was going to be like 99% and it's going to be like so close to being
Right.
done. Like,
You'll be like, oh,
Mhm.
well,
Yeah.
Finished assembling one row of the sweater. So, and then most of the ends, the most difficult part of crochet.
Oh,
That
nice.
makes sense. 42 pages left. Steph, you've got this. We are doing more sprints. This is not the end. It is the end on this channel, but we're hopping over to Leandra's for hours more. So we've got more sprints. Graded like 6 midterms and hung laundry.
Nice.
So speaking of that, here is the link to Leandra Sprints. So follow us. We're going to log off here and we're going to jump over there and start within the next 4 minutes. So you don't have long to wait. Maybe get a snack, grab a drink, and we will be starting over on Leandra's for another 4 hours of reading whatever you want, but we'll be reading IPB, obviously. And that's going to be it for my side of the sprint. So I'm going to end them here. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in like 3 minutes over on Leandra's channel. So.
Okay. Bye.